It is a rather warm start to the morning. We got temperatures well into the 60s, even into the 70s this morning. We feel also just a little bit onto the muggy side, working with a relatively still clearer start though. I'm not expecting any showers or thunderstorms to start off your morning. That will be more so a little bit in towards your afternoon and evening, but not everyone is going to see it today. It's going to be mostly off and towards the east. As our dry line, it's really going to be moving across West Texas today. We'll work even with some fire weather concerns here into the Permian Basin. All of this is going to be ahead of our next cold front as we head in towards late tonight and towards tomorrow. We can see temperatures across the board, 60s and 70s, around 69 in Abilene, 69 into San Angelo. Our dry line is off and towards the west. We can see with that, even with some cooler temperatures, 59 into Van Horn, 57 in Artesia. Dry air kind of cools off a lot more quicker. The dry line pushes off and towards the east today. What that's going to do is dry us out into the Permian Basin, but keep the moisture in towards the east. With our western counties, especially here like Midland, Odessa, Andrews, Lamesa, we'll work with some fire weather concerns today. Even in fact, critical fire weather concerns. A lot of drier air, gusty winds around 40 to 50 miles an hour. So be mindful of any activities that could produce a spark today. I think here like Midland, Odessa, Big Spring, we'll work with those wind gusts around 30 to 40 miles an hour. This will be towards your afternoon to about 9 p.m. Pushing off and towards the east, along it toward the eastern Permian Basin. I think really along and towards the lower Trans-Pecos. I think that's where we'll see the better opportunity for a couple storms trying to develop today. Maybe some small hail up to quarter size and some gusty winds near 60 miles an hour. But then the most strongest storms, I think it stays fairly low. We still can't even rule out a weak spin up that could occur. So I think after 4 p.m., we'll see a few of these storms try to initiate really along and towards the I-10 corridor, the eastern Permian Basin. They'll try to push off and towards the east, but it's only going to be a couple isolated storms. I'm not expecting widespread coverage. I think severe threat pretty much tames down after the sun does begin to set tonight, but we'll see more showers and thunderstorms develop as we'll see a cold front that will approach into around your early morning hours. So I'm talking 2 to 4 a.m. crossing the I-20 corridor, maybe able to squeeze a little bit of a quick shower out of it, but it's going to bring in some breezier conditions following behind the cold front, gust around 30, maybe 40 miles an hour for your morning hour with a little bit of some lingering showers. But really the main weather impacts is going to be the breezier conditions we're going to work with throughout the majority of the day, with those winds easing by your late afternoon in towards those evening hours around near 20 to 30 miles an hour. Temperatures will be well into the 60s and 70s overnight. 30s and 40s. It's been a while since we have said that. It's going to be quite a cool night I am expecting heading into around Sunday morning, but temperatures warm back up into the 60s and 70s on Sunday. Late Sunday into Monday, we'll see another opportunity of a couple showers and maybe even a few thunderstorms. Maybe be able to pick up around a half an inch to an inch and a half for the Contra Valley up into the Permian Basin. I think we'll pick up upwards of a tenth of an inch to maybe upwards of a quarter of an inch. Out the door right now, just a rather breezy start. 68 degrees out the door. We got a south wind around 13 miles an hour. Those winds are going to stick with us and stay elevated throughout the majority of the day. That'll bring us to around 90 here into Midland, 87 over into Abilene, 88 into San Angelo. We'll have that small opportunity of a couple isolated showers and maybe a storm today, more so towards your late afternoon and evening for the Big Country Contra Valley, but most of us will stay dry. That's something to definitely keep in mind, even working into around early tomorrow morning. We'll work with a few isolated showers and thunderstorms for the early morning hours. As that cold front does begin to approach, coverage remains low here into the Permian Basin. Will be rather breezy as it passes, especially towards your afternoon, with temperatures remaining into the 60s until Monday, with more 80s returning by the middle of next week. Victor?